Gabrielle Howard here. This is for the reflection about the abortion issues. So the three that I picked were G, I, and W. A lot of these I found myself being really conflicted about because I know we're supposed to be ethical and not morally based, but it's a little hard to do whenever you feel so strongly about something. I've always been a strong believer in the fact that if you're going to do grown folks things, you need to be able to handle grown folks responsibilities. So even though some situations you really can't help, like rape and genetic defects, I think those were one of the two that I picked. I didn't pick any of the rape ones because even though what the woman has gone through is very, very traumatic and very, very serious, it still doesn't change the fact that that's not that child's fault. Like, you became pregnant because there's a reason that the child was supposed to be here. But again, that's my moral coming out and not my logic coming out. So it was really hard for me to do this objectively, but I'll just, like I said, I'll try to do my best. G was about the woman in whose early pregnancy has an invasive cancer of the cervix. If removal of her uterus is performed promptly, she has a good chance of survival. The operation will, of course, result in the death of the fetus, whose development would otherwise be normal. It's really kind of hard to say what to do in those types of situations because even though ethically it would make more sense to terminate the baby, I would not do that just because we never know what the plan is. So I would personally probably go ahead and have the child no matter what my life is because, yeah, if I could lose mine, but the baby could live and be perfectly normal, he'll know that the sacrifice that I made was because I loved him or her. It wasn't because, oh, there might have been a defect, or yes, I realized that you could have lived this way. But if I have a choice to make that choice to have you grow up and do regular things and do things that make me proud, I would be okay knowing that I made a sacrifice so that they could be here because I've lived long enough. Obviously, I'm here. I've already grown up. I've had my choices to be made. That would be my choice with that. I is the genetic screening of the parents revealing that their male offspring has a 50% chance of hemophilia. Hemophilia is a thing that people can treat. Yeah, 50% chance sucks, but there is a chance that there could be a normal life. And ethically speaking, looking at the statistics, yeah, sometimes it pushes in the wrong directions, but sometimes you got to be able to go for what you know and go for the fact that you have to be able to depend on modern medicine, depend on people, because if you try hard enough, if there's somebody out there pushing hard enough because there's somebody in that same position, you never know what you can accomplish. So you can always push past the odds, if that makes any sense. So even though both stances says that we should probably ethically get rid of the baby, I wouldn't. And then, of course, you've got W, which was the woman has serious health problems such as continuing the pregnancy would probably leave her in a chronic poor health for the rest of her life. Poor health is not no health, meaning you would not die. There would be no discussion. I'm still going to be here. I still be in the baby's life. Can I talk? Okay, we're good. Not having to walk, not having to deal with all that other extra. I could deal with it because you know why? My mom woke up paralyzed from the neck down back in 2011. And had she been pregnant or had I been smaller, she wouldn't change anything about her life. Sometimes there are things that happen in our lives that we cannot predict ethically or statistically. There's some things we just can't predict, but life does go on and it continues. So that's my take on those things. This is my reflection. I look better today. So